Good morning. Oh, what a day it is. Commencement 2022. As we have said often, this is the best day of the semester. To see that you completed that which you have started. And I want to say good morning. Welcome graduating students and guests. Please remain standing as we begin today's program with the national anthem presented and sang by Ms. LaTressa Jones.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Greetings, graduating students, staff, and distinguished guests. As the fourth president of Pasco-Hernando State College, it is indeed my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the first of two winter commencement ceremonies. This morning, we celebrate students earning certificates, associate in science, associate in arts, and bachelor degrees. PHSC's ceremonies are also available via live stream. So we welcome guests from far and near who join us virtually on this morning. Also, we are pleased to offer sign language for the hearing impaired provided by Jessica Harris Interpreting Services. Graduates, we forge a path carved by our own talents, ambitious, and the actions we take each day. After you enrolled at PHSC, you took many steps to lead you to graduation. This important milestone in your life, and now as you set new goals, you are working toward a future that doesn't yet exist. But success will arrive for those with a vision for the future. The desire to accomplish their goals and the willingness to work hard, you will indeed achieve your goals. This, graduates, is how dreams turn into reality. During the 2022-2023 academic year, we are celebrating a great milestone of 50 years. 5 decades ago, community leaders such as Wayne Cobb, Mr. Kimbrough, and others envisioned college campuses arising from cow pastures and empty fields. The ambition to bring affordable public higher education to Hernando and Pasco counties was driven by desire, hard work, and a vision for education opportunities for the residents of our district. Then Pasco-Hernando Community College was nicknamed, and I quote, the college without walls, unquote, because classes were held in church halls and storefronts and even the back alleys. But in 5 decades, PHSC has evolved from having no facilities to the thriving institution that we are. A state college serving 14,000 students annually at 6 locations with an economic impact of at least $450 million. Today, in honor of our 50 years of service to our district, we want to present a brief 6-minute video that chronicles the college's development and features college leaders who turn a vision into a reality. Please join me and watch this very momentous video for a few minutes.
In the beginning, there were no classrooms, no labs or libraries, no offices, only the beautiful land, home to a community whose leaders saw the need for a college. In 1971, these leaders, 5 from Pasco and 4 from Hernando, formed the first District Board of Trustees of Pasco-Hernando Community College and chose Dr. Milton O. Jones as its first president. It was still a college without walls in 1972, when classes were offered in rented spaces in Dade City, Brooksville, and Newport Richey. A new student paid $5 to apply and $10 per credit hour. But by 1977, 3 full-service campuses had been built in those cities. The first board's strong commitment to a district-wide college would remain a hallmark of the institution for its first 50 years.
The board decided very early on we were going to serve the entire district, including Newport Richey and Brooksville. We wanted to take education to the students. So the best thing we did about that was to hire Dr. Jones. He was highly trained in multiple campus colleges. The philosophy was we were going to take it to the students and make it as easy as possible and as economical as possible for all of them. And I think our board established that philosophy, and successive boards have done an excellent job of that.
I enjoy being a part of building things, getting things off the ground and up and running. So when given the opportunity, the privilege to serve as a founding trustee by Governor Askew, I was pleased to say yes. Our biggest challenge was to hire a president. We needed a president, needed a leader. We hit a grand slam home run when we hired Milton Jones. He was awesome in the interview, and he was even better than that as the years moved along. We were blessed to hire the right person.
I read in the paper that we're starting a new college in Pasco and Hernando counties. I finally got the job. They wanted to call the place Hernasco. And I said, why don't we use the 2 counties as the name of the college? So it would be Pasco-Hernando Community College. I talked to this Mr. Potberg, and he says, well, I've offered land over here to build a college, and I won't charge any money for it. I'll give you 100 acres. He says, come over and just choose what you want. And so I went over there and spent a day with him, and he donated it to the college. Wayne Cobb was a very special person, and that Mr. Potberg and Jim Kimbrough and Sheriff Gillum was very good, because he was the one that helped me get the training pistol range and helped us an awful lot. People made the difference.
The strong leadership of the early years continued during the tenure of its second and third presidents, Dr. Robert Judson and Dr. Katherine Johnson. In 2010, a fourth full-service campus opened in Spring Hill. In 2014, the Porter campus, the fifth full-service campus, opened in Wesley Chapel.
When he came to the college, Dr. Judson was a financial aid director, and then he was also a dean, and he was a vice president. So he actually went through the ranks, and then he taught classes as well. And that gave him the perspective of what this community college environment was all about. He was easy to talk to, and that was one of the major attributes of Dr. Judson.
Those were such heady years. Everything came together. Our enrollment was growing. Our PICO funds were in line with us expanding our 2 campuses. We were able to use those PICO dollars to build the campuses that had been planned and expand. And then we were able to use our leverage in Tallahassee to request permission to begin to offer the baccalaureate degrees. One lasting memory would be working with the late Don Porter, because Bob Judson introduced me to him the first day I was on the job. And Don Porter was the gentleman who had the land at Wiregrass. And I worked with him for a good 5 years, waiting until the funding was right, where he actually gave us the land and we were able to build that. And I was so pleased that we were finished and he was able to see it before he passed away, because truly that legacy out at the Porter campus is not just for him, but for his family and for that whole community out there.
Under the leadership of its fourth president, Dr. Timothy Beard, the college has added new 21st century programs, such as cybersecurity, e-commerce, and unmanned vehicle systems operation. In 2022, it opened an instructional performing arts center, IPAC, in Wesley Chapel. New intercollegiate sports have been added, bringing the total to 7. In this dynamic environment, PHSC embarks on the next 50 years, proud of its past and bullish on its future.
I still see state colleges as the economic engine to our area throughout this state, the other 27 colleges. The last 12 to 15 years have really validated the importance of community and state colleges. We're quick producers of results. In the future, I see our role expanding, even to a greater degree, to make sure we have a very skilled workforce for our local area. My goal has been to leave it better than I found it. I found it in a good place, but we can always do better, and I look for the next president to even do better.
Pasco-Hernando State College now embarks on an exciting new chapter of growth and development, embracing our open-door mission, welcoming diversity, inspiring ingenuity, and supporting initiatives that will benefit the residents of our district for generations to come.
I want to say to PHSC and our great family in the community, staff, students, community citizens, happy golden anniversary. You can get there from here and meet me at the top. The years of greatness. Let's give ourselves a hand. To our winter 2022 graduates, you are now joining approximately 60,000 PHSC alumni. And again, we say congratulations. We can't wait to see how your vision and how your story for the future will become a reality. Joining me on the platform this morning is one of those individuals who was here from the beginning. One of 4 initial employees over 50 years ago, Dr. Larry Tyree. Dr. Tyree has served as the president of 3 of our state colleges here in the state of Florida. As I echoed, he was a 4th employee hired by Dr. Jones in 1972. Currently, he is the interim executive director and CEO of the Association of Florida Colleges. Dr. Tyree will be delivering our charge to our graduates in this morning's ceremony. We're just going to ask him to stand at this time, and let's give him a round of applause for being with us today. We also have with us our board chair, who is a gubernatorial appointee by Governor Ron DeSantis, Mr. John Mitten. And we're going to ask him to stand at this time as he recognizes well. We will also hear from some other great speakers who will come to us today and let you know how important you are and the journey you have been on and the successes you will enjoy. But at this time, let us receive Trustee Mr. John Mitten.
Thank you, Dr. Beard. Good morning, happy people. Welcome again, winter graduates of 2022. On behalf of Pasco-Hernando State College's District Board of Trustees, congratulations on a job well done. This is a special time for you as a graduate and as PHSC commemorates its 50th year anniversary. I'm going to go back to some of that history that you saw in the video because it may not seem that there's much to it for you in your personal journey, but let us look at the leaders that you saw in the video, and perhaps I think you can resonate with what they went through and what you potentially will be able to see as well. Dr. Milton Jones, our founding president, seemed to possess superhuman powers. His early life was so full of hardship on his family's dirt farm in Georgia that he was diagnosed with a disease caused by severe malnutrition. Perhaps it was that literal hunger, that struggle that inspired his incredible work ethic. When we say our founding president built the college, he quite literally picked up hammer and nails to build some college structures himself. Our second president, the late Robert W. Judson Jr., faced discrimination during the country's civil rights movement in the 1960s. Without apparent just cause, he was expelled, along with many other students, from his college in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That painful experience prompted an about-face. He joined the Army and upon return, earned education credentials with the assistance of the GI Bill. When he accepted the role of president at our college, he made history, becoming the first African-American community college president in the state of Florida. The family of our third president, Dr. Katherine Johnson, could not afford to support their daughter's ambition to become an educator. Without financial support, she worked her way through college and accepted increasingly challenging positions in education. She was among the few women college presidents of her time. Under her tenure, 2 new Pasco-Hernando State College campuses were constructed. Current president, Dr. Timothy L. Beard, who presides over our ceremonies this morning, was raised in a shotgun-style 2-bedroom house in Port St. Joe, Florida, with 7 siblings. He would walk for miles to turn in bottles he collected for cash so that he could buy a newspaper to read the sports section. His passion for learning and helping others led him into higher education. We are so fortunate to have his service as the college's 4th president. Our college leaders who supported PHSC's success demonstrate that success is not bestowed upon the fortunate or wealthy. Success is earned despite the odds, or maybe perhaps because of them. Graduates, you will certainly face challenges along in your life's journey. What setbacks you experience can be overcome. Earning success may be arduous, but it is within your grasp, and I believe you can indeed accomplish anything. Finally, I will leave you with this, graduates. We are reminded from Scripture that to whom much is given, of him will much be required. And today's opportunity is tomorrow's responsibility. Today is like a seed that's going to be planted, but it's up to you to nurture it, to tend it, so that today's celebration becomes tomorrow's success. Again, on behalf of the District Board of Trustees for PHSC, well done and congratulations.
Thank you, Chair Mitten. In the 2022-23 academic year, the PHSC Foundation has awarded more than $1.1 million in student scholarships and has raised nearly $11 million in our ongoing comprehensive capital campaign. Foundation representatives, we want you to please stand as we call your name. If you will hold your applause until we have completed the names of our foundation representatives, I will appreciate it. First of all, we have the chair of the board, Mr. Ron May. Mr. Brian Horn, the secretary, and our vice president of finance. And we also have with us Dr. Lisa Richardson, our vice president of advancement. Let's give these individuals a round of applause for their hard work. Thank you. PHSC faculty, staff, you know how I feel about you. You are the best of the best. We want you to stand and be recognized. All of our employees, please, all of our employees of PHSC. Cream of the crop. Thank you. Now to our PHSC alumni, including any guests, faculty, or staff, we want you to stand and be recognized as well. Our alumni, you're part of the 60,000 number that I talked about earlier. Thank you. And I think we all will agree that this is a very important group. Our veteran graduates who are wearing red, white, and blue cords with their regalia. Veterans, both graduates and guests, please stand and be recognized for your service to our great country. Our veterans. Our veterans. Now, please allow me to introduce our very distinguished faculty marshals. They are senior faculty members who serve our college quite well. Dr. Lydia Macias, Professor of Nursing, and Dr. Regina Marabella, Professor of Nursing. Dr. Darrell Wayne, Program Director, the Bachelor of Nursing Program. And Patricia Garcia, Associate Professor of Nursing. Come on, give them a great hand. As we go to our next speaker, we have introduced him briefly. We dare not go into his long bio, but he is certainly an icon in our Florida college system, and that is Dr. Larry Tyree. Dr. Tyree will be followed by Professor and Chair of our Faculty Senate, Dr. Misty Price. Let's receive these two individuals at this time. Dr. Tyree.
Good morning. I want to thank you for the very kind introduction, President Beard, and I just wish my grandchildren could be here to witness this. They wouldn't believe it. So congratulations, graduates. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to your families who are so supportive of you during this journey that you've been on. Congratulations to your faculty and staff members who contributed to the success that you're enjoying today. We, graduates, we are so very proud of you. I think one of the reasons President Beard invited me to serve as your commencement speaker today is that I promised to be brief. However, I'm reminded of the time that I addressed the Panama City Rotary Club as a young 31-year-old new president, and I must have gone on and on and on and on, because afterwards, the board attorney who had just heard my presentation took me aside and said, "May I have a moment with you?" And I said, "Of course." And as respectfully as he could, he said these words to me. He said, "Larry, I just want you to know that a verbal presentation does not have to be eternal to be immortal." Think about that. Well, ever since then, I've tried to remember that admonition and also the words of Mark Twain, who said, and I'm paraphrasing here, "The secret of a good speech is to have a good beginning, a good ending, and to make sure that the two are as close together as possible." Or as my wife, who is the president of Valencia College in Orlando, advised me, she said, "Be brief, be bright, and be gone." I promise to try to accomplish that with my goal of finishing my remarks at least before noon. I think another reason I was invited to you has been referred to already, and invited to speak to you has been referred to you already, and has to do with my history with this wonderful institution. A little over 50 years ago, I was, I think, as President Beard said, the fourth employee hired by Pasco-Hernando Community College and the then founding president, Milton O. Jones. My job was the founding dean of the West Campus right here in Newport Richey. I've had an interesting career. I've been president or interim president of 9 colleges in 6 states over 32 years. So that's a lot of jobs that I've had, but working at this institution back in the day was an absolute hoot. And I hope you faculty and staff can still say that it's an absolute hoot to work at this institution. I don't remember ever working as hard or having as much fun as we had trying to help build and create and invent this institution. My first day on the job here was May 1st, 1972. And by mid-August, of that same year, I should add, by mid-August, we were offering classes in 43 different locations throughout Pasco and Hernando counties, including, I might add, some funeral homes. We had no facilities of our own, so we had to rent, beg, buy, and borrow what we could to offer the classes. And did you say 60,000 alumni? The very first graduate of this institution was a woman named Lucy Ware Morgan. She was a reporter for the St. Pete Times and won a Pulitzer Prize. I don't know if you have any of your other 60,000 graduates who have won Pulitzer Prizes, but she certainly did. Our home here was in downtown Newport Richey at the old abandoned Guff High School building on the lovely Pithala-Chascody River. While it was old and abandoned, we were happy, delighted actually, to have it as our launching pad for what you now see and enjoy here on the Otto Potberg donated land hosting the marvelous and modern West Campus. So congratulations, Pasco-Hernando State College, on your 50th anniversary. I feel so very privileged to have had an infinitesimally tiny part of your rich and successful history to date, and I appreciate so much the opportunity to be with you today to salute your graduates. My charge for today was to focus on how I believe you graduates can make a positive impact in society and on humankind. Well, toward that end, I asked about 20 people. They were diverse in age and gender and race and ethnicity and educational background to share their thoughts on the topic. Well, their responses were far-ranging and quite interesting, and of course, time will permit me to share just only a few of them. Hopefully, graduates, some of the advice I solicited will resonate with you. Some of it likely will not. But I would ask you to please listen up and choose what works best for you and your life situation. If none of them works for you, I promise to refund 100% of my speaking fee, which is this much. Well, here we go. You have only one chance in this thing called life. So why don't you just go ahead and make the absolute best of it? Reverend Jackson E. Jones said, "It costs you something to be somebody." My corollary is to make sure that the it is worth the cost, whatever the it may be. Friendly Bob of Eleuthera said, "You got to think ahead to be ahead." In other words, seldom does anything worthwhile happen without good, sound, strategic planning on your part. Someone said you got to fake it till you make it. You ever heard that? Well, I have to admit to using that as an operating principle for much of my life, but I suggest that this will take you only so far. Being fully prepared for whatever task or assignment in your work or life is a much preferred approach. Faculty of this institution, the next four came from a colleague of yours at Valencia College, my friend Deidre, who teaches speech at the Osceola campus of Valencia College. She says, if you're on time, you're late. Obviously, punctuality is very important to her. She said, spelling always counts. You would have expected that from an English teacher, also a speech teacher. And of course, with autocorrect and Google, there's really no excuse for misspellings now. She said, it's important to understand that others will have views which are not consistent with yours. That does not make those people evil. And finally, she says, very simply, say please and thank you. I really think if we were to do that, it would be a positive contribution on humankind. Integrity and honesty are more important than any number of diplomas and degrees. Virtually every person I asked had this item in their list of things that they thought should be shared. We do not exist in a vacuum. Consider how your life work contributes to all, not just you or your family. The next one is one of my favorites. Seek to align your role and your soul. I'm going to say it again. Seek to align your role and your soul. Otherwise, what you do will likely mean nothing to you. And from my son, a community college graduate himself, he graduated from Santa Fe Community College, was born right down the road here in Dunedin. These are things I'm sure he wished he had done. First, start saving for your retirement immediately. Take care of your future self. Take care of your future self. Find out what you really like to do and pursue that. Take the harder road when you're young and energetic. That same road gets much tougher with age. Someone said, maintain a strong value system. Your behavior and your actions stem from that. Know and be true to yourself and those you love. I love this one. Just because it's never been done before doesn't mean that it can't be done. So just do it. Just do it. The next one's a run-on sentence type response, which represents the response and thoughts of a young married woman. She is a graduate of Princeton. She was a vice president of Victoria's Secret for about a dozen years, and she has 2 children. She says, don't drink to excess. I don't know about this one, but she says, don't marry before age 35. She said, don't believe corporate is the be-all, end-all, do-all. And she was referring, obviously, to Victoria's Secret. She said, dare to adventure and find your right person and be with that right person no matter the cost. Might she be advising us to do as she says and not as she has done? Probably so. Trust your instincts. I think this is really important, especially if you have good instincts. If you're lucky enough to still have them, listen to your parents, as they know more than you do, believe it or not. This reminds me of Coach Bear Bryant's advice. He said, don't forget to call your mama. Keep in touch with old friends. You can't make old friends. And from one of my most cherished friends and distinguished colleagues comes this: do no harm, respect life, support and encourage others, live and love well, and then die in peace. The next two may be as important as anything I will share. They come from a former newspaper sports writer who went on to morph that background into a career as a community college president in both Texas and Mississippi. You may not agree with this, I happen to. He said, it's not so much what you know, but who you know. And while the importance of competency can't be overstated, the value of networking may also be key to furthering your career. Amen to the value of networking. Then he says, please hear this one. A degree should not be a license to stop learning. In a global economy in which another new generation of technology emerges almost overnight, you could soon be left behind without a lifelong, even burning desire to constantly acquire new knowledge and contemporary skills. Hear this one. There is a difference between life attributes and LinkedIn attributes or highlights. She says, I've never been to a funeral where they talked about a person's LinkedIn accomplishments. Nor have I should add. Be curious, ask more questions, and then listen for the unexpected. Be open to opportunities so you don't miss some really good ones. Realize and accept that there are no shortcuts to success. Nothing worthwhile comes easy in life. For success to occur, one must possess a great work ethic and expect to work really hard. Put your oral communication skills, your written communication skills, and your interpersonal skills to work on a daily basis. Dream. Dream. Always follow and live your dream. And then the last one, read, and then read some more. Amen. That happens to be one of my passions and hobbies. According to the CEO mindset, there are 4 things we need to fix to be unstoppable. We need to fix our body, exercise, water, sun, food, relaxation. We need to fix our mind, meditation, reading, writing, being positive, expressing gratitude. We need to fix our money by learning, saving, investing, creating value. And then 4th, but not least in importance, we need to fix our relationships by trusting, giving, integrity, honesty, and respect. And then there's Will Rogers' advice, which my wife said is too dated for many of you. We'll see. Just a couple of them. First, never squat with your spurs on. Think about it. Second, if you find yourself in a hole, quit digging. And third, never miss a good chance to shut up. And I'm sure you're thinking that you wish I would honor that advice right now. Yeah, see the applause, you get applause. And for some strange and inexplicable reason, these remind me of a few of the late Louis Grizzard's book titles. Shoot low, boys, they're riding Shetland ponies. These are supposed to be funny, by the way. Elvis is dead and I don't feel so good myself. They tore out my heart and stomped that sucker flat. Well, hopefully, some piece of this abundant advice will make sense to you. However, I have believed for some time that it is highly unlikely that you will be happy or successful if you do not have a passion for what you do. Now, please don't confuse this with being passionate, which is also important. But the passion I'm referring to is like having a fire in your belly for your work, so much so that it doesn't even seem like work. And I believe if you can achieve that, many other attributes for success and happiness will fall right in line. And as I mentioned before, I believe it is vitally important to align your role with your soul. Finally, I know, and I'm sure you thought I never used that word. Finally, as I was leaving this wonderful college to assume the presidency of Gulf Coast Community College in Panama City, the late Mitzi Sugg, professor of sociology here at the West Campus, came to see me in my office and asked for a moment of my time. This was not unusual because she and I had a relationship where we talked quite frequently. This time, though, was different. She came bearing a nicely wrapped gift and asked that I open it. And inside this elegantly wrapped package was this very old and beaten up wooden spoon. This very old and beaten up wooden spoon. I was taken aback, and I said, Missy, what in the, well, let's just say, what in the world is this for? She said she wanted me to have this old, beaten up wooden spoon in case I got up there in the panhandle and needed to stir things up a little bit. I have had this spoon on my desk at every one of my presidential stops in case I needed to stir things up just a little bit. So I wish I could get every one of you graduates a spoon just like this, just in case you find a need to stir things up a bit in your job or your life or both. So thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to enjoy a homecoming, a very special homecoming to me after 50 years. And graduates, I wish you the very best of happiness and success in the days to come, finishing as I started. Again, I offer my sincere and profound congratulations to you. Oh, and two more pieces of advice as I close. Don't forget to use your turn signals. And when you're driving on the interstate, please stay the hell out of the left lane unless you're passing somebody. Thank you, God bless, and happy holidays.
Stir it up, stir it up. Thank you, Dr. Tyree, for stirring us up this morning. Prior to Dr. Price, we have one of your own. Every commencement, we have a very gifted student representative to come to give reflections. Let's receive Mr. William Smith.
Good morning, class of 2022. My name is William Smith. I'm from Trinity, Florida. I hope you are all having a great morning today. I am a fellow graduate of yours receiving my bachelor's degree in nursing, and I would like to start off by thanking everyone for being here today. Thank you to our president, Dr. Beard, the board of trustees, faculty, and all the family and friends in the stands here to support all of us. Lastly, thank you and congratulations. It is an honor and privilege to stand up here and speak to you all today on this momentous and life-changing occasion. As Stephen Guise, a behavioral change strategy author, once said, every great accomplishment rests on the foundation of what came before it. When you trace it back, you'll see one small step that started it all. My foundation began back when I was in middle school. My mom was a nurse and chose to further her career by enrolling at USF to pursue a master's degree to become a family nurse practitioner. Growing up and witnessing my mom's involvement in the nursing field and her educational advancement, I got to see the difference she made in her patients' lives each and every day. I learned to appreciate the medical field and the hard work that goes into caring for the patients. I was inspired to one day be a part of that impact. This lit a spark in me that pushed me to work hard in hopes of one day becoming a nurse myself. In 2010, I began school at J.W. Mitchell High School. I enrolled in the school's medical academy and graduated in 2014 with my certified nursing assistant license. After high school, I attended the University of South Florida and began working as a CNA. Upon completion of my BSN prerequisites, I applied to the USF nursing program but was not accepted due to competitiveness. Despite this roadblock, I did not stop pursuing my dream. I knew I wanted to become a registered nurse, so I applied for and was accepted into Rasmussen's nursing program in 2016. It was a rigorous curriculum, and unfortunately, I did not pass. I was deeply heartbroken and saddened, and knowing that I wanted to pursue my nursing career, I applied to Pasco-Hernando State College's ASN program, and fortunately and gratefully was accepted. I knew I was not going to make the same mistakes, and I really wanted to make it this time. 1 month prior to the start of the program, however, I felt a small lump on my neck. The size of the lump increased rapidly, and I was worried it could be cancerous. I feared I wouldn't be able to start my nursing program on time, or that I may not have been healthy enough to complete the rigorous program that this awesome program offers. A biopsy was done on the mass, and the results came back inconclusive. The mass had to be surgically removed 3 days before the start of my nursing program. The mass was 4 inches long and was difficult to remove, so close to the facial nerve where the surgeon told me he was so careful enough to make it so that my face wouldn't be numb and hard to move for the rest of my life. During my first semester, I was healing from the surgery, undergoing additional rigorous testing by various specialists, and was very stressed about my health. Ultimately, the cause of the mass was never able to be determined. Regardless of academic and health challenges I faced over the years, I refused to let any obstacles stand in the way of me pursuing my dreams and goals. 2 years later, my tenacity paid off when I graduated from here in December 2019, so I'm getting major deja vu. But I am super excited. I passed my NCLEX exam on the first try, only after studying cold for 2 days. I highly recommended using ATI Live Review and UWorld if you can. I passed and got my registered nursing license. I began my nursing career with HCA. I was eager that my dreams were finally coming true. Unfortunately, this was also the onset of COVID, which we all know about. Terrible time. Not only was this a challenge for the healthcare industry, but this created many challenges for me as a registered nurse. After 4 months of working as a nurse, I decided that I wanted to specialize in oncology, which is cancer, and get chemotherapy certified. I realized the positive impact that I could have on patients enduring a similar scare that I had gone through with my mass. However, I was able to develop my leadership skills by joining shared governance and was selected as a co-chair at a divisional level council. I currently work at Advent Health Wesley Chapel on the oncology unit. I recently started the application process at USF for fall 2023's master's degree program to become a family health nurse practitioner. I can wholeheartedly tell you that all the obstacles, struggles, and uncertainty I faced led me to where I am today, right here, speaking to all of you. My fellow graduates, we have all overcome obstacles. We all know those obstacles, especially with the program. just with how amazing but rigorous it really is. That determination has brought us all here today. Always remember why you got here. Always remember how you got here. And now make this school, your community, and your family proud, as well as yourself, by being the greatest healthcare professionals and professionals for the people most in need. Once again, congratulations and thank you, and good luck on your journey.
Good morning. Dr. Beard, members of the District Board of Trustees, directors, and members of the PHSC Foundation, distinguished guests, administrators and staff, my faculty colleagues, family, friends, and graduates. This is your time to celebrate. Graduation is a culmination of many semesters of hard work, late nights, writing papers, and collaborating with your peers. This is your reward for diligence, determination, and persistence. Your faculty are so excited for and proud of you on this incredible day. As a day you thought might not ever come, a day that seems so far ahead in the future, but not now. Today is that day. So what now? Your future is so bright. You have so many opportunities ahead of you. You can continue reaching the goals you have set and make new goals to achieve. You can continue to succeed. As you go forth, some final words for you of wisdom from your faculty. Believe in yourself, just as those here today have believed in you. Commit to hard work. Commit to do everything you can to achieve your goals, even when there are setbacks. Never stop learning. Be willing to try new things. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is not defeat. Sometimes we learn the most from our failures. Have a growth mindset. Believe that you can continue to develop and improve your skills and talents throughout your life. Be on time. Be a team player. Do what you tell others you are going to do. Ask questions. Find mentors who will help you become better academically, professionally, and personally. Be kind. Have a compassionate heart. Be generous. Always believe the best in others. And no matter what, always give your best. You will reap the benefits in the future. Thank you for choosing PHSC. We are so grateful to have had the opportunity to have served you. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Price. Thank you also, Bill Smith, and to all our speakers and presenters today. Now we want to present the Katherine M. Johnson Excellence in Teaching Award, honoring the college's third president. The recipient of this award was selected by full-time faculty and is recognized for maintaining a high classroom standard, by demonstrating successful student outcomes, and for supporting the college's vision and mission. Professor of Information Technology. This individual has served us quite well, and the winner is Professor Renee Briasso. Please join me here at the stage. Pardon me. Professor Briasso, thank you so much. Serving our college. Let's get a picture together. Let's turn this around. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Professor Renee Briasso. Thank you so much for your service. Now for several student recognitions. While still in high school, students in our 2-county district who meet certain requirements are able to take college classes from PHSC as dual enrollment and early college students. And this is the good part, without incurring the cost of tuition. These students who have not yet graduated from high school have completed their coursework for an associate in arts degree. All our dual enrollment and early college students, we want you to please stand at this time and be recognized. If you're here today, all our dual enrolled or early college students, if you're here, will you stand? If not, we will get you tomorrow. While students are graduating, we have those who graduate with the honor of cum laude. They must maintain a minimum of 3.5 grade point average overall. And those graduating magna cum laude must maintain at least a 3.75 grade point average. We're going to ask these students to please stand and be recognized. 3, 5, and 3.75. You may be seated. As you can see, that's more than half. Many graduates are wearing various color honor cords to represent membership in one or more PHSC's prestigious honor societies, including Phi Theta Kappa, the official honor society of two-year colleges, Psi Beta, the National Honor Society in Psychology, Lambda Nu, the National Honor Society for Radiological and Imaging Sciences, Tau Upsilon Alpha, the National Human Services Honor Society, and Sigma Kappa Delta, the English Honor Society. Graduates, would you please stand if you're a member of these individual organizations? Thank you. Now for the recognition of today's summa cum laude graduate who earned a 4.0 GPA, the highest possible grade point average at PHSC. We want this student to join us on the stage to accept this prestigious award. Miss Erica McKinnon, please join me on the stage. It is now time to present our candidates for graduation. Graduates, please rise. I am proud to announce that you have satisfied the requirements as set forth in the rules of the District Board of Trustees of Pasco-Hernando State College. Pursuant to the authority granted to the board by the Florida Statute 1001.64, and are eligible to be awarded certificates, Associate in Arts and Associate in Science, and bachelor's degrees. Will the marshals please escort the graduates by individual roles to the platform? You're in the hands of the marshals.
Anthony J. Locklear. Rosemary Lancaster. Lindsay O'Neill. Christina Stirrup. Charity Cook, Phi Theta Kappa. Erica McKenna, summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa, Tau Upsilon Alpha. Joshua Manuel Vasquez, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. Olivia Bushin, Lambda Nu. Cindy Trong, Lambda Nu. Mario Monge. Marcel Agaby, cum laude, Lambda Nu. Mary Wasef. Art Reisinger, veteran, magna cum laude. Tiana Monzano. Jayla Acosta. Adrian Galupo. Darren Sol Figueroa, cum laude. Callie Sue Buckard, cum laude. Natalie Supulada, cum laude. Emily Sunday, magna cum laude. Julia Misnek, magna cum laude. Kayla Bird, magna cum laude. Gabriela Garcia, cum laude. Crystal Overbeck, Lambda Nu. Matthew Molinar. Maria Hernandez, magna cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. George Ann Castile. Adiana McCafferty, magna cum laude, Psi Beta.
Johnny Granone, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta, Sigma Kappa Delta. David Morales, cum laude. Justin Osborne. Lordaine Labios. Alicia Magnini, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta, Tau Upsilon Alpha, Sigma Kappa Delta. Chris Huffstetter, veteran, Phi Theta Kappa. Wendy Grist, cum laude. Philip Fulkerson. Daniel Palermo. Mercedes Gerald Monte, Phi Theta Kappa. Taylor Langlo. Vincent Leonetti, Phi Theta Kappa. Hannah Ingram, magna cum laude. Olivia Bach. Ernest Alexander, veteran. Tiffany Carver. Madison Dean Falkowitz, Phi Theta Kappa. Amanda Ortner, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Tanari, yes, okay. Tanari Becerra, cum laude. James Barber, magna cum laude. Lindsay Werner. Peyton Ross. Taylor Carr, cum laude. Michaela Torres, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. Timothy Belmont, cum laude. Tyler Ryan. Erica Kennan. Lorena Zayas. You want Lynn, Victoria Lynn. Veronica Lynn Potts, magna cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Joshua Santiago, cum laude. Ricky Castro, magna cum laude. Sathesh Mulay. Channing Alindra Danae Sampson. Suzanne Monk, Phi Theta Kappa. Samantha Charitable. Sydney J. Papa, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. Janelle Ayala. Grace D. D'Angelo. Sarah Mosley, cum laude. Cameron Reed, magna cum laude. Marie Nicole Monalem, magna cum laude. Farron Ferraro. Serena Ojeda, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa.
Nicole Pick, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Ordine Sykes. Omar Negron. Faye Evelyn Segura. Grace Sharp, cum laude. Amanda Skolaski. Jennifer Levine, magna cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Sum Panidis, cum laude. Angelica Michaelopoulos, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta. Pamela Sherwood, magna cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Alexia McLaughlin, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Brianna Lacey. Kelton Henderson. Spencer Huffman. Alba Quinones. Samantha Rabancic. Destiny Luning. Rain Allenberger, Phi Theta Kappa. Sapphire Love. Rachel Grodas, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Matthew Finstead. Wilton Acta. Crystal Morgan. Danielle Biro. Isaiah Lisbon. Lexus Raghunandan. Jan Melendando. Cody Wah. Elizabeth Luna, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Mallory Marco, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta. Kim Bonawit. Bonawit. Laura Cardenas. Hope Jaco, cum laude. Michael Boyko, Phi Theta Kappa. Joshua Smith. Jordan J. Allen, magna cum laude. Samuel M. Duncombo. Rosa Rowles, magna cum laude, Psi Beta. Jessica S. McDonald. Judith Aberdeen. William Smith, cum laude.
After I confer the degrees earned this morning, I request for the audience to then stand and join us in singing our PHSC's alma mater, located in the back of your program. We ask our guests to please remain in place until the end of the students' recessional. Would all the candidates please rise? By the authority granted to me by the Florida Statutes 1001.65 paren 10 and the District Board of Trustees of Pasco-Hernando State College, you are official graduates of Pasco-Hernando State College. You may now turn your tassels. Congratulations to the winner class of 2022. May we all stand for the alma mater. May we all stand for the alma mater, which is in the back of your programs on our screen.
Shall be shall